Hello everybody, it's VerticalSandwich. Okay, so the way this works, we actually got attack reels as our first tournament prize in our first tournament. But if you like now if we reset data, yeah, all player ability, yeah, reset data, all the levels for everybody reset to nothing. And you would actually have to play up to the tournament again to get it. But the prize should be different. Now, once you get the attack reels, what you do is you get the attack reels. You can't lose the item by resetting the data. So then you just reset the league over and over and over until status reels come up. You play through, you get status reels, and then you reset over and over playing to tournament. And until you can get the tournament that has the Auroch reels. And then you reset data over and over and over until your new league has the Jupiter sigil or sigil or seagull. I don't know. Anyway, that is how you abuse reset to get everything you need for this series of games. So now, once you've reset data, you don't have any of the players that you recruited. They all go back to where they were. So we would have to go back and get Durin. We would have to go back and get Waka again, which we could do right now, actually. See, he's free of any teams right now, so we could sign him again. That's it for Blitzball. I have some other things to throw in this video. I will have that in here. Hello, everybody. I had one more Blitzball thing. This is what a tech copy looks like. There you go. The icon comes up. You hit X. It says your character learned a new tech. Or it'll say their level's too low. Sometimes I think it says tech copy failed. So, and then it'll show up here during the level up screen. It'll say, yeah, Jamal learned technique grip gloves, which is what we're tech copying from that guy. This was the team I actually used for my run. Like these were my good, you know. So like, and then here's the technique. Super goalie grip gloves, they're pretty easy to learn because they're passive, and anytime somebody gets the ball, they activate. Things like anti-venom are hard to learn, and what else? Anti-venom and, oh, volley shot's really hard because it activates on a dropped pass. Just random stuff like that. You gotta be real quick with the X button on those tech copies. Alright, so the rest of this is going to be just going through the Omega Dungeon and showing the enemies in there. And, of course, showing the creature collection stuff. We're actually going to have one more set of creature collection videos, because we'll show everything in the Omega Dungeon, and then I'll show what we haven't shown in Inside Sin. And then I'll show you, you know, I'll always show you when we get rewards from the zoo guy. And I think I already showed Mega Phoenix, didn't I? Oh, well, whatever. We got a bunch of Mega Phoenixes. They do stuff. So I may have some stuff out of sequence as far as that goes. I may have shown you stuff that we hadn't earned yet. But because I had to go get the Submergs from the Jose Road, and like seriously, you have to go to the temple and go down, and they're right by the first pillar. Like the pillar furthest north. And that's the only place you can catch them. They're impossible to hit randomly. Yeah, Zorus is the only thing we have from the Omega Dungeon, so I'm going to show you everything. So these are Machias. Oh, I'm not going to show you everything. because I don't think I have footage on here of a Great Marbrel, which actually you find inside Sin as well. So if you're down like we are to inside Sin and Omega Dungeon, it makes more sense to grind in the Omega Dungeon because the dungeons share stuff. Like almost nothing you find in the Omega Dungeon is found inside Sin, but stuff inside Sin is in the Omega Dungeon. So here is a floating death, which if you're grinding for Musk, which will allow you to do Confuse, mugging these guys is the way to go. You'll get 4 or 5 from them. I also should note that the auto med ability that I set up on Waka there. I know we dealt with this one, I think, when we were fighting Sin, but you can just buy remedies to put that on. It costs 30 remedies to attach it to an item. So, and you can just buy them from Rin on the airship. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. So we had that. This is going to run as a continuous video until I have to start editing out repetitive fights. So here are, I believe, Master Corals or Corals? Coeurls? Whatever that word. Coeurls. Coeurls? Sure, let's go with that. Coeurls. They're Coeurls. I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm even saying anymore. I'm just messing with you guys. Yeah, Vertical Sandwich, we do. We don't appreciate it. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm having a great mood. Alright. Demonolith, one of my favorite portmanteaus of 2 words. Demon and monolith. Jeez. You can silence these guys. Silence them. Use silence attack on them. I figured that out way later than this. This battle takes forever. They will return with Pharaoh's Curse every single time you attack. So, but if you silence them, they can't do that. And then they just turn into regular enemies that you can just armor break and whatever. And they're pretty susceptible to it. It hits most of the time. There. That's the thing I'm trying to say without being weird. Alright. Because otherwise you have to spend extra turns healing people and stuff. And these guys can turn people to stone. They're pains. Yeah, breath will turn people to stone. Like Waka right now. Anyway.
Who makes these things?
Who makes it good? Yeah, it's a good question, Riku. Who creates? Who's like, I'm gonna take a stone and I'm gonna carve an evil buddy with dragon ear wings, or dragon wing ears, with giant claws into it, and then I'm gonna bring it to life. And that with no help using her overdrive for that. Alright. You will see that I do make an effort to kind of use these peripheral characters in this dungeon just because the experience you earn in here is ridiculous. So, now I didn't actually go. I never went to the second level of the Omega Dungeon. I didn't really have any interest in advancing the plot here. It's a little obnoxious that Automed causes him to use holy water every time they make him a zombie. Because you don't really need that. They don't come back with Kiraga or anything to, you know, kill you. Yeah, so he'll needlessly heal himself when he's zombified. But, like, he clearly can't auto-potion or auto-med himself when he's turned to stone. Which is kind of a shame. Yeah, it's just painful. It just makes this battle take a million times longer than it needs to. Alright. But we're doing damage, so... I mean, we're also getting status-did to an extreme degree. An extreme degree. It's extreme. With 2 X's. Rah! Sorry, this is the mood I'm in. I should be recording, like, this is all post-commentary. I should be recording, like, live commentary right now. If this is the mood I'm in, I should be, like, block playing something weird. Starting a Wand of Gamelon Let's Play or something. I don't know. Some other CDI something. I haven't turned on the CDI in so long. Feel bad for it. I have a... Like, and I keep buying CDI games. It's not like... Although it's really crazy, and I don't own this game. But I'm gonna bring it up. Is this guy I worked with I was talking to about the CDI, and he's like, didn't that have that game? And this is the game he recognized. I don't have this game. But he's like, does that have that game, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties? And I was like, it does. You're right. Like, that game was on the CDI. I thought that was funny, that that's the thing he recognized. It's a notoriously bad game. See, even you miss, apparently, gets you. We're taking these things down, and we're going to take them down pretty reasonably quickly. I mean, we already got one of them, so. This would be a decent situation for, like, Hastaga, because you actually, or Hastaga, I mean, is it Hastaga? Hastaga would always sound good, it sounded better to me. But, like, I suppose it's the word haste with "ga" at the end of it. It's not. Alright, Wraiths are the upgraded version of, well, they're a recolor of ghosts, essentially. And they lead with the spell Doom. But they also will, they will do some instant death stuff that's kind of nasty. You can't armor break them, apparently. Yeah, they'll just cast it down. Luckily, only on one person. In this particular battle, they found out that Waka was incredibly easy to kill. If I had known the situation was gonna go the way it went, I probably would have just brought out Yuna. But it's relentless. And once it figured out it could do this to Waka, it was just like, let's just do it. I think Auron is death proof in this, like, but I'm not sure. Not like the car in that horrible Quentin Tarantino movie, but like actually, you know. But look at that! Every turn he's just like, I'll murder Waka. Which I guess if you could do that, you might as well. So there we go, Wraith. I don't know if I said that or not, but it's the recolor of ghosts. Alright, and this is like the Master Tonberry, which mercifully is easier to find than the original one. So, the only strategy I had for this was literally to just hit this thing and then revive your person. And then hit it and revive your... Because, like, Karma is a... Well, we all know what Karma is. Yeah, it just... Hey, Auron is the only person who I think has a possibility to at this point to survive it. It has to do with, it deals damage, I think, based on your strength. So you have to have a low strength character with really high hit points that still manages to do 99 damage, or 9999 damage. He got like 45,000 hit points or something crazy like that. Now I did learn that one of these can survive 1 round of slice and dice. So if you use the slice and dice, because that's 6 hits, so I guess maybe they have 60,000 or something. If you use slice and dice, you'll be able to take it out like 2 turns afterwards. I think it still hits you with karma after the overdrive, but so like I said, you just got to do this. If you want everybody to get experience, you've got to resurrect the person directly after they were killed. You know, you can't let 2 die at once, because then you know, the person who hit the final blow, if it's the second person to die, the first person to die is dead, and they won't get experience. So there we go. Master Tonberry. Captured. So we'll take a look at this guy. We've got a couple more enemies. So we get the ultimate lizard, and that has to do with the Zorus guys that we now have 10 of or whatever. And I'll show you the fight monsters thing here. So, because we always gotta exit and walk away in case he's got another thing. So there we go. Floating Death, Master Cute, Master Tonberry, Machia. I guess we hadn't hit the, well, it doesn't make sense. The Wraith is from Inside Sin. Adamantoses are found in the Omega Ruins, but I didn't show them because we already had a couple. And like our area conquest and stuff, like a lot of that has to do with, I think area conquest is you get 1 of every monster, but it's really all about getting, you know, I got 10 of everything, but I think actually you can do it without maxing out your numbers on every single monster. Alright, these guys you'll see quite a bit. So, and these guys always have initiative and they always cast haste. So, you just cast Haste Aga to even up the score. And that's about, you know. So, I don't know about, anyway. So, I don't know, I lost my train of thought there. So, Firaga, and these guys are pretty easy to kill. Varuna, that's their deal. So now we have these guys, and these guys are clearly our last version of Bomb. So, and again, they're just a recolor. They've got to be able, like, these guys are limited in their hit points in the fact that they have to be theoretically killable in 3 hits. After 3 hits, they blow up. So you'd never be able to capture one if you couldn't kill it with less than 26,997 hit points. These guys have well over 20,000, but they don't seem to be. It doesn't. Our half attacks that did like 5,000. One of those would still allow us to kill it. I didn't have a lot of trouble with these guys. Once you get in here, if you had break damage limit, you could probably one-shot them. I mean, if you could do 30,000 damage, you could clearly one-shot them. Peroboros, which I have no idea what the reference is or the thing or whatever language that's from and what it means. It could be a transliteration of something in Japanese. It could also be just, I don't know what. Enough. So, this was probably the hardest random encounter to get. These spirits only appear in this grouping only one at a... Oh, maybe they do appear 2 at a time. Occasionally. They're easy to kill. They're clearly the recolor of larvas from the Thunder Plains, but they're hard to find. These Helmosaurs, or whatever they're called. These guys, they always appear 2 at a time, so that helped. You only have to hit them 5 times. That's not what they're like. They're Halmas. Halmas. Not Helmosaurs. This isn't Link to the Past. And I love how that one just murdered us. Just threw its shoulder into us. Broke our neck, apparently. So, one more trip to the Calmlands guy. And we'll be back on track to take on, you know, further things. So, now we have the ultimate bomb that we can fight. And now the ultimate eyeball. And so now we'll see what we're missing. We still have an unknown in the Omega Dungeon. And a couple unknowns inside Sin. So when we come back, more of this. Bye, everybody.